What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lincoln, and I'm the owner and operator of Aerial Tech Services. Um, Today's topic, or the topic of the week, is gonna be on cultural dating. Um, the reason why I decided to make this topic is because I know a lot of guys out there, and it's a very common problem with men that are always asking me is I want to date. I want to date Asian women. I want to only date Asian women. How do I meet Asian women? Da 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 da. Everything is always Asian women, Asian women, Asian. I guess that's the news. That's very popular now. So I decided to make a video on that and the do's and don'ts and how to go about doing that. So let's dive right on in. When you first meeting, the first thing you got to understand between the Asian culture and between the Western American culture is totally different. It's a lot easier to find potential dates in the Western culture than it is in the Asian culture if you want to find the right person. It's because the whole customs is totally different. There's so many things in the Asian culture that influences dating. So you must learn that. But however, it's not impossible. You still can go out there and meet Asian women. But I'm gonna teach you how. But these are just basic steps. I'm going to be making more videos on that as the time goes on. When you first meeting a Asian girl for the first time, you never ever tell her I only date Asian women or I only want to date Asian women. Dude, you're gonna do that, you're gonna come off as creepy. Also, it's gonna let the girl know that, oh, you're only into her because of what her culture or her ethnicity. You're not into her as a whole particular person. So I always strongly encourage never to do that because you're just gonna make yourself look like an ass. She's gonna look at you, she's gonna be like, dude, you got yellow fever, just go on about your business. Definitely a bad way to go. Every time guys always tell me to do that, I always tell them it's like, dude, don't only look for Asian women. I understand that you have a fetish for Asian women, but be date other women, date other races as well too, because you never can tell. You won't know until you try. You may, if you date a Mexican girl or a white girl or whatever it is, you may like that girl a lot better than you would like the Asian girl. You just don't know till you try. Stop being the herd and become a leader and follow your own path. Stop following what society is telling you to follow. So the second important thing that I want to tell you to is learn the basics of her culture. It is very important. If you want to increase your chances with the Asian girl, you have to learn the basics of her culture. There was a huge, major survey that was done in Japan, Asia, China, all those Asian countries, and the whole topic was on why they don't date American men. Um, One of the reasons why they're saying is because of the language barriers and the cultural barriers. That's usually the important one. So the second survey that they was asking is, what would make you consider dating American women, American man? What they was asking all these Asian women, and they were saying if he would at least take the time to at least get to, you don't have to completely convert to her culture, but they're saying that if you at least take the time to learn about her culture, that would increase your chances in getting a potential date with the Asian girl. This is where many guys fail because if you're only going to date the Asian girl and then you're not going to take the time to learn, you don't have to fully convert to her culture, but it's just real simple basic things that anybody can learn. She's not expecting you to be a scientist in her culture, but she's expecting to at least learn just the simple basics that anybody can learn. Because if you learn the basics of her culture and then you like her culture, it's letting her know that you're not only looking at her as because of her beauty or her exotic eyes or whatever it is that you like about her, but you're looking at her as pretty much like a whole figure. It's the same thing like when I talk to people about approaching beautiful women, because I know a lot of beautiful women out there and a lot of them always say it every time too. It's like, you know, they don't, that's why they have hard time finding boyfriends, because they want they don't want guys to only look at them for their beauty, because they know eventually their beauty is going to fade, but they want guys to look at them for who they actually are, for them, not only for their beauty, but for their personality, for who they are, for their interests, for their hobbies, so forth and so forth. It's the same thing when you're dating with the Asian girl. So if you want to increase your chances, that would be the way to go. And that's why this is why usually, like, when you see a lot of guys always, I mean, however, you can listen to these all these people out there. I can see those comments coming in again too. They're gonna be like, "Yo, you're lying. I can go over there and find any Asian girl out there in Japan, China, wherever it is," which is true. You can probably find them very easily. But it's the question that I always ask the men out there when they always want to date the Asian women. I always ask them, "What kind of women are you looking for? Are you looking for a playmate, or are you looking for a housewife who's going to be loyal to you?" Because if you're looking for a playmate, yeah, you're gonna find them everywhere out there. Like in Japan, we call them the gaijin hunters. These are these women that, yeah, they are gonna be pretty easy to find, but they're not going to be with you because they love you. They're going to be with you because they want something out of you, whether it's to learn English, whether it's to get that green card, or whatever it is that they want. It's going to be everything else other than love. And once they get what they want, they're going to throw you out like yesterday's garbage. So I'm preventing that from happening to you. So take my advice on top of this. So always, but if you're looking for the housewife material, I would suggest that you follow my instructions on that, because those kind of women are not going to be easy to find. Trust me on that one. They're not going to be easy. So all these people out there that's saying you can go over there and find these women very easy, you want to follow that advice, go ahead. But when you wind up with a broken heart in the long run, hey, there's nobody else to blame but yourself. Because trust me, it will actually happen. Finding good women is not going to be an easy thing to do. So this is the whole reason why it's very hard for American man to find a good Asian women, is because they're not following that, they're following everybody else's theory on top of that. So um I guess that's about covers it. So if you like, I mean, if this message helps, and if you have any questions for me, or you have any other topics that you want me to cover or anything like that, feel free to message me. And I also do not only dating tips as well too, but I also do life consulting tips as well too. So basically it's like how I teach people how I got from being rock bottom and being poor to where I'm at right now. So I teach that as well too. The whole point is to help you reach your full potential, and that's what I'm here for. So other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later.